Hello everyone. So I just yesterday posted a little video about the energetic feelings and sensations, and I feel like doing a medicine card Monday on a Wednesday. That's where we're at. You know, time doesn't matter. We got to check in when we check in. So I'm just going to do a 3-card herbal astrology. Nope, I'm going to do something more. So we're going to do 2 cards herbal astrology, and then we're going to check in with our dragon guide and then see if anything else comes through. So we got this for the feminine, and next card will be for the masculine. Is the suspense killing you? Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. And then we're going to draw a dragon card from the Dragon Oracle, because this is going to be a part of what supports the masculine and the feminine in the 3rd energy. Really beautiful stuff. Oh, hilarious. Okay. Get ready for this. So for the feminine, we're working on Sage, Blessing. Very interesting, because for myself, I've been called to sage my house a lot more than I usually do. And I've been using sage, cedar, mugwort, and lemongrass. And those 4 elements together have a really cleared out old energies, have brought in protective energies, and have uplifted the space. Lemongrass it's a really nice scent that helps do that simultaneously. So, you know, play with the different herbs that you sage with. You know, you can always use sage as a base, or sage first and then burn other things. I like to do fusions, so I recommend this. Now, what's really beautiful about this card coming up for the feminine, and similar to what I talked about in the video, is there's a lot of power right now in connecting with like-minded conscious community. So if you're needing support, you know, getting together, doing ritual. I also am feeling really called to this activation of the moon in the water. This shows me there's a lot of energy moving around. There's a lot of support needed, you know, a lot of sacredness. But we also have a full moon eclipse coming up this weekend. So these energies, while they might feel chaotic or intense, they might be stirring up a lot of stuff. What's actually moving through is like massive transmutations and blessings. We're moving through epic ground. So this is the blessing. Now, what comes up next is I don't know how to say this exactly, Schisandra, Grace, 29, which adds up to 11. You've got 2 swans coming up. You've got 2 cups, you know, kind of filling and supporting each other. I love that these are magical cups. It's not just one is full, one pouring into the other. It's 2 mutual going. You also have this magical energy of the swans. And maybe this is an egret or something, or an angelic swan. It looks a little different than, or maybe it's just a male swan. Anyway, or a female, I don't know. Anyway, you have these 2 swans moving through, which is symbolic to me of the union that's really taking place. Now, this is with the masculine, and I feel like these cards in conjunction. We've got night and day. We've got like this really conscious, like this feels very present. So it's like the work that you're doing at night or intentionally within your community is really directly impacting your inner and perhaps outer union. I think we're going to start to see a lot of like this energy is flowing. I love that this is in front of the heart. So, you know, these energies are flowing within us and through us. We're finding this inner harmony and this inner grace. Also, this bird also reminds me of an egret. And I like to joke that like, oh, live life full of egrets. You know, but I think, to play on that thing is we're not really working with, regrets anymore. We're working with transmuting the patterns of the past to implement healthier, happier patterns of the future. This also feels symbolic of like the earth-sky connection, the divine mother, the divine mother, the divine father, heaven and earth, that we're really merging and doing some sacred work around that. And I get such a deep sense of earth. But look, it's almost like the foundations of this card, or like what the energy of this card is the foundations of what makes this card happen. So as above, so below, eternal spectrum for the greater good of all. Now, what's even more beautiful to me is that this gold and silver violet flame dragon has come up. Now, what it says is it transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. Grace. Blessing of the wisdoms. It is the time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. Okay, I hadn't read that last line when I started, but both of these actions in these cards, I'm gonna hold them this way. This feels like a full spectrum. Even the colors of the dragon card reflect the colors activated in these cards. Now, that doesn't always happen. You know, these are also two different decks with different, you know, artists. So what we observe in this is really continuing to do this work. I as above, so below, eternal spectrum for the greater good of all. I'm really feeling that. I'm also feeling like these union energies, like whether within us or externally, are coming together and are stepping forth into the world. So however you feel called to be of service, do. I have felt so sloppy and messy and sad and vulnerable and achy for the last week. And, you know, honestly, the last 2 months have been really intense energetically. And I did take a sacred pause for myself to do my own healing work because I felt too chaotic to even show up. I think this is the invitation of, yes, you need to do your work. There's, you know, we don't need to dump out externally, but we can acknowledge, you know, we can acknowledge these different parts that are coming up, and we can show up in our mess respectfully. We can show up in our sadness respectfully, our pain, our hurt, without asking others to be energetically responsible for it. And I think on the flip side of that, those of us who have been holding and helping others transmute things, we can also step back and say, actually, it's time for you to do your sacred work. I'm going to hold up the mirror of reflection of saying, that is not mine. I will not participate. So I think that this is really beautiful stuff moving forward. I love the strength of this dragon. I mean, look at those biceps. Are you kidding me? And, you know, the gentleness of a gentle giant, of a dragon working with a butterfly. I think I'm just going to read as well what the Dragon Oracle says about this card. Because I'm not as familiar with this book as some of my other decks. I just haven't read the things as much, because it's an oracle card and you get pretty clear things. Okay, so what we're learning about this dragon. Fifth dimensional gold and silver dragons are powerful alchemists. When they come to us, they transmute the old and allow magic and wonder to be revealed in its place. So that feels really significant in the fact of, like, we're not just, it goes to what I was talking about, the sage clearing, right? We're not just clearing out negative energy or stagnant energies. We're bringing in other forces simultaneously. So I have the sage that does the base clearing. I have the cedar that grounds and protects. I have the mugwort that, like, protects the psychic space and brings in more mysticism. And then I have the lemongrass that brings in more purity and joy. Okay, so this goes really on point with this gold, silver, and violet flame dragon, is that we can't just be clearing out, we have to be calling in. We can't just be giving, we have to be receiving. So really check these balances for yourself. All right, these glorious dragons work with Archangel Zadkiel and St. Germain, the Lord of Civilization, and automatically link us to them when we call them in. St. Germain was a great magician and dragon master. When we speak his name, a great light touches us. Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. It's much better than invoking Beetlejuice too many times. Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. Archangel Zadkiel, too, illuminates us and the dragons when we call him in. Archangel Zadkiel! Yeah! Call him in. We bring in our friends to these calls. That's why they're color readings. Okay, it illuminates us and the dragons when we call him in. Dragons then surround us in gold, silver, and violet flames of wisdom, grace, and transmutation. So that ties in with our sage blessing as well. The violet flames transmute the old and raise the frequency to a higher level. The silver ones bring in feminine grace, and the gold ones saturate us in wisdom. Ooh, just feel that, getting saturated in wisdom. All right, so the guidance of this card. This card suggests it's a time to let go of an aspect of your life that is no longer serving you. Ask the gold and silver violet flame dragons to clear the thought of it totally from your energy fields. So let's take a minute to do that. So let's really clear some of these old thoughts, these old thought forms, with the help of Saint Germain, Archangel Zadkiel, the gold and silver dragons, silver violet flame dragons. So we may clear all these old thought forms. See, those are the old thought forms leaving. Goodbye. Thank you for your loud, obtrusive presence in my head for a long. You no longer get to live here. You're not even living rent-free anymore. We're evicting you. We're done with this. We're leveling up all of that. All right. So sense or feel them energetically burning up the old. Okay. So really, especially with this violet flame, let's bring in those transmutation components into the head, into the back, neck, anywhere in the body that's holding these thoughts, anywhere from the soul lines, the bloodlines. Cleansing and clearing across all time, space, dimensions, and reality. Let's also send some of this energy to the earth right now. Ooh, really powerfully, the light shifted again, which shows me that the energy is moving forward. So sending this to the earth as well, so that she may also receive the benefits. There we go. Good. Nice work, everybody. All right, so now we would like all of this to be replaced with new and joyful possibilities that bring us all to a higher frequency. And we ask that this clearing, it go out to anybody who needs to receive it, including our guides, gods, goddesses, and light beings that we're connected to. They give us a lot of support, and while they are masters, we send them our gratitude in these healings as well. If there's any other additional, I think a lot of times those that level is sometimes more ancestral, or light beings who've also walked this earth at a time. Yeah, that's still being cleared. A little burp there. All right, so bringing in more of this joy, this possibility, this love, this sacred wisdom, this connection, this clarity. Very good. All right, so the next part of this says, when you connect with these dragons, you have the wonderful opportunity for service work. So thank you all for doing this service work along with me and all of the energetic support we have from Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain, Lady Portia, the gold and silver flame dragons. All right. So we can send this energy under the grace of law, or the law of grace, to any person or place that needs transformation. So extending this invitation is, we're still active in this clearing, this transmutation work that we're doing. That if there's any like direct spots on the earth you feel like need to receive this, that you're able to do so at this time. Very good. Let's work with Saint Germain and let's continue to work with Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel to illuminate us as we do this work, as we send it out to every being who needs to receive this, and every place, every cell, molecule, DNA strand even, macro and minor. It also mentions that we can send it to situations anywhere in the world. So if you feel very called, I think just, sending it to places of discontent, of war, of conflict, really sending this transmutation energy with the help, again, of Archangel Zadkiel, Saint Germain, Lady Portia, gold and silver, violet flame dragons. We give a lot of gratitude for how this moves forward and helps and serves our earth at this time during this paradigm shift. Give gratitude to everyone doing this work and send them extra little bundles of love today. they may feel, or support, or ease, grace, blessings. And yeah, I feel called to just sit with this energy for a minute. I'm going to do a little sound activation for everyone at this time. Eskoromosro kayana sahaye sa roma takana. E roma katana say ha 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 ha. He rosko manahaye. Many blessings to you all. Aho.